for another Monday Modern episode. And for this very special episode, we are still playing Esper Control, but I've made a few adjustments. Let me show you. First one is Cling to Dust to just 1, because previously we have 2, and added Deprive because we now have 2 Mystic Sanctuary. I also included Castle Vantris. So since we now have 2 Mystic Sanctuaries, I really like the synergy between Deprive and Mystic Sanctuary. And also my newest tech card in this deck. I'm not sure yet how it's going to play out, but here's the newest card, Blood Chief's Thirst. So it's a 1 mana sorcery. What it does is it destroys target creature or planeswalker with converted mana cost 2 or less. If this spell was kicked, instead we destroy any target creature or planeswalker. Now this tech card is our answer if we are being out-tempoed by our opponent, especially if they are on the play and they happen to or manage to cast their planeswalkers on turn 2. I am looking at you, Ren and 6. Other than that, everything stays the same. I think I've already discussed this on our previous episode. Go ahead, check it out. Our sideboard stays pretty much the same. We have 2 Ashoks, 2 Campbells, because Campbell has been really good against aggro, against burn, against spell decks. And then we have 2 Narcets. I'm thinking about bringing it down to 1. And we have Isolate. Alright, let's go. We are on the play. Yes. Huh. Well, it's not so bad. Let's go and keep it. Aether Vial with an island. Chances are this is probably humans or merfolk. You just have to choose one over the other. Yeah, most likely merfolk. Alright, we got a merfolk. We got a merfolk deck. Let's fetch some lands. One mana. Let's return that silver. Sure. I mean, I don't remember this deck having any haste cards. Or haste creatures. Sure. Huh. There is a chance that Teferi is going to die. Island walk, sure. So Teferi is probably going to die. Let's cast this one now. Sacrifice a creature, create a 1/1 flying token. Targeting Teferi, the other one's to my face, so that's fine. Teferi gone. Now is the part where I really wish I could if we get to survive, although hopefully we do, we can hardcast Terminus next turn. So that is a total of 2, 4, 7. That is a lot. It's a lot of damage. Down to 6. 5. How did that happen? Oh, there you go. Yeah, we're dead. Alright, moving on to game 2. We need Mystical Dispute, also Dicey. And let's go. Yep, still want to play first. Still have turns in our opening hand. Sure, let's keep it. Why do we always get Terminus in our opening hand? Alright, at least this time our opponent didn't do anything in their turn 1, which should allow us to buy time to set things up and also to find a white source. They also didn't cast Aether Vial, so I guess that's good. Sure. Let's cast Omen. Let's find. I like them both, so I'm gonna take them both. Alright, let's see. If the next card is going to be a creature that adds, yep, like that one. Well, I like that, so let's keep it on top. Let's fetch for a white source. And let's path and let's push. Reach, how you pronounce that. So we're gonna take 2. Somehow slowed it down. So I guess that's a good thing. Well, that is 2 mana to cast. Counter that. I and then an Aether Vial, sure. Well, Aether Vial at this point is not as powerful as casting it turn 1. But still, it's an Aether Vial. Let's destroy that. Let's cast Teferi and return Aether Vial. And then let's pass the turn. Casting Aether Vial and Master of the Pearl Trident, sure. Sure. I mean, I can Lord of Atlantis. Well, we can counter that. Counter and then return target permanent to owner's hand. So we're going to return Master of the Pearl Trident because we can. And then you can just cast it again. You can just cast it again. And then we can probably just pass the turn. We have enough mana to hard cast Terminus. If our opponent decides to cast another creature, then I'm sure we can hard cast Terminus here. But if they are not, sure. Let's try this. Hard casting. Terminus. If you have a counterspell, do it. Alright. Game 3. So for game 3, I don't think we need to change anything. Aside from maybe adding Zelda Wreckage. Oh wow. Two Terminus in our opening hand. Okay, much better. Let's put Snapcaster and Field of Ruin. Since our opponent doesn't really have any non-basic lands, so let's go. Now this is crazy. So I guess the game plan is we're going to depend on Omen of the Sea to find us Terminus. Well, they're not casting any spells. Still not casting anything, huh? Seems like our opponent turned into a control deck. Let's go get our second Black Source. A2 for that. And let's test how many counter spells our opponent has. Taking 2. Just for one creature, huh? Let's draw 2 cards instead. Negate. Interesting. Sure. Two cards left. I really need to get that Terminus really soon. Master of Waves. I think we can counter that, and at the same time target spell. And I think we can still cast Omen of the Sea. And then hopefully we can get turns from here. Oh wow. Still no turns, huh? Alright, we're gonna take 5. We will be down to 7. Oh. Yes. And then we cast Teferi. We return our Omen of the Sea. And then we pass the turn. So we have enough to counter. We have enough to counter if they're going to cast another counter spell, like Negate, for example. We have enough to cast Spell Snare. And then cast Kaya's they are almost out of gas. And they're going to attack. All to my face. Well, sacrifice and then gain 4 life, I guess. Sacrifice and then a blocker. Sacrifice and a blocker should be okay. So white and then black. That ain't so bad. Now if they're going to attack, I'm probably going to block it with our Celestial Colonnade, turning it into a creature. Sure. And I'm down to 1. We can still cast Opt and hope that we get Terminus. Put it on top. Yes. Alright, we survived that. Ooh, look at that. Alright, now let's start looking for some answers. Need to find one real quick.
clocks being like two. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us.
Well, we can counter that with spells in here. Now, I was really thinking about balancing Aether Vial, but they do have a lot of 1 mana, 2 mana spells that they wanted to use Vial for, and that's what's preventing me from balancing Aether Vial. So I'd rather balance my own spell. We now have an insurance. We have Path to Exile.
And we may have some history, but we don't have to repeat it. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I'm gonna burn all the bridges.
Now I have 2 cryptic commands. So far so good. We almost have a full grip. We have 6 cards versus our opponent's 1. So we just need to survive. Wow. Maybe cast Omen and find us something like, well, Mystic Sanctuary isn't so bad. We can now get Kaya's Guile from our graveyard back into our back to the top of our library, back into our hand, and then we can cast it. We also now have our second Path to Exile. So we can I'm thinking of what mode would be the best for our Kaya's Gaia. So I guess we go with gain 4 life. Create a 1/1 white and black spirit creature token and you gain 4 life. Yeah, let's go with that. So at least we are not down to 1 anymore. And then we can start attacking our opponent's life. Sigil. I guess that's fine. Another vial, that's fine. Yeah. Well, at this point we're just going through the motion, and hopefully we can kill them in the next 18 turns. Let's counter that. Counter target spell, return target permanent. Oh, there you go. Alright. So that was it. We almost lost that game. But we survived, and yeah, our opponent decided to quit afterwards, which is fine. I mean, they're like empty-handed for about a few turns now. They're not really doing anything. It's not getting any better. And I'm progressing, I'm getting more cards, I'm pretty much all set, so it does make sense if they just concede at that point. Well, that's basically the deck. Kinda enjoy it. I enjoyed it. Didn't really change much. Blood Chiefs isn't really as impactful as I was expecting it to be, probably because the deck itself is really good against Merfolk. We have a bunch of creature removals. We have Paths, we have Fatal Push, and now we have Blood Chiefs. We even have Kaya's Guile, and we also have Terminus. So this deck is well equipped against that kind of deck. So we really didn't notice the effect of Blood Chiefs. But again, as I've mentioned earlier at the start of this video, the Blood Chief's purpose is to out-tempo Renin 6, because whenever I face them and they happen to cast Renin 6 at around turn 2, especially if they're on the play, it's so much of a problem that I'm really having a hard time trying to beat that deck. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider subscribing. And also you can check out our other videos, check out our channel, see if there's anything else in there that would interest you. Other than that, see you again in the next episode. Ciao.